Before I was working with Midday, we was probably averaging about £5,000 to £10,000 per month. Again, some months will be 10,000, some months will be a little bit less.
Were you surprised by the results you got when working with us?
100%, man. Because as I mentioned, jumping from 5 to 10k per month to 80,000 per month, and that was only within about a couple of months of working with him. Yeah, it's something that you don't see, especially growing up. You don't kind of even think it's possible. And again, with that, we could have scaled a lot more than £80,000 per month. I think with me, it was a bit of myself just not having the right systems in place from a delivery point of view to actually handle that demand. In terms of our actual community, I think we grew our community to like 2,000 people through the ads as well. So again, it was being able to get that much reach and that many qualified leads in such a short period of time. I've never seen that anywhere, anywhere. And I know a lot of successful entrepreneurs. I have a lot of friends too in the info space, in the B2B services, and the stuff that Midday knows and tells me and even does for me, none of their ad specialists even know or do for them. So in terms of value and knowledge basis, it's a no-brainer.
Hi everyone, it's Midday, founder and CEO of ASO Market, a social media marketing agency that specializes in scaling coaches to 6- and 7-figure months through complete lead gen systems. I'm here with client and friend Denzil Jones. Denzel, if you'd like to give yourself a brief intro so that people know who you are.
Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. So my name is Denzel Jones, as Midday said, and I'm actually a real estate entrepreneur. So I've got multiple real estate businesses and I also do real estate consulting, which is what I came to Midday for.
Okay, so can you briefly describe your business and what you do?
So yeah, with real estate consulting, I realized that there was a niche to actually help people to grow and scale their own real estate business. A lot of people have outdated systems, outdated methods of gaining clients and actually finding profitable real estate deals. So I started a business where I can actually help people implement the systems that I made through my years of being in the real estate industry and help them scale through what I know.
Sounds good, brother. And can you share where you were before and after working with us in terms of revenue growth?
Yes, if I'm honest with you, I actually started this kind of by accident. Like I just knew that I was good at what I was doing and there was a demand for it, but it just happened with a few people messaging me initially and me actually helping them with their services. And then at the time I was actually starting, I was just getting leads through organic methods, and it was all right, but it wasn't really predictable. I didn't really know how much I was making every single month. And so before I was working with Midday, we were probably averaging about £5,000 to £10,000 per month. Again, some months will be 10,000, some months will be a little bit less. So that's where we was at before working with you.
When you say organic, was this stuff like Instagram?
Yeah, I'll say Instagram or TikTok ads, but again, it'll kind of be by fluke because I might just post a video, I get a lot of views and comments and DMs from there. So yeah, Instagram and TikTok, I'll say the main one.
Right. So can you describe what your process for client acquisition looked like before working with us?
Yeah, so if someone, for example, DM'd us inquiring about property, we'd have a few conversations with them in their DMs and then we'll book a call with them and get them on board. But again, it was very messy. I was doing all the sales calls. I was even doing all the DMs, and it took a lot of time just to onboard clients. So it wasn't really a scalable acquisition method.
So yeah, so when you say it wasn't scalable, because you essentially relied on inbound and you did a lot of it yourself.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
No worries. What were the main challenges you faced before us? And did you feel like the only way to grow was to focus on organic and word of mouth, or did you have other methods you had in mind?
Yes, I think the main challenge is, yeah, as I mentioned, was just that predictability. Because when you're trying to scale a business and you're actually trying to hire people, you need to know how much revenue you're going to be making every single month. And I didn't know that. So I remember those issues where I was now hiring people, expecting to make a certain amount each month, but I wasn't able to achieve the result. So I reached out to Midday and I said, look, this is not really working for me. I need to know the best way to scale it, which for me was paid acquisition because I know that if it's already working from an organic point of view, let me just add some more fuel to what's already working and then expand to a larger reach. So from when I was doing it initially, as I mentioned, we was making about £5,000 to £10,000 per month. And then since working with Midday, we've had months such as £81,000. So it's literally been a massive jump just through his exact paid acquisition system.
And could you describe the time commitment required from your end during our collaboration? And what responsibilities did you have and what did we take care of?
Yeah, so that's one thing as well because as Midday knows that because I have other businesses, I didn't really have a lot of time to commit to this business. But I knew that it was a really good business for cash flow and actually for impact to people. So I remember before working with Midday, I said to him, look, Midday, if I'm honest with you, I don't want to be spending hours and hours doing this. Like, I just want to literally have it running in the background as extra cash flow. And he's like, sure, that's fine. And so what he helped me with, he literally came up with the scripts, the creative direction, even to what I'm wearing, and just everything I need to know when it comes to recording my ads. So literally, I probably spent about an hour a month just recording ads. I'll spend like one day just recording ads, And what I'll do is I'll send it to him. He'll get everything sorted out, implement it into my system, and then I would see the money coming in on the back end. So yeah, it was a really stress-free process. As I mentioned, it's probably the business that I had, which I put the least amount of effort compared to the money that I was making. So it was really, really good. Yeah.
What surprised you about my service, and did you have any misconceptions before starting?
I think what surprised me was more so just the ease of it. I think naturally when it comes to, again, with my profile, I'm getting pitched by so many ad specialists and content creators, and they don't really understand me. They don't really understand my vision, and they don't really understand the time that I have. And I think Midday was very patient with me. Times where if it was the other way around, I probably would have walked away because I might have taken too long to record ads or something. He was always patient. He was always understanding of how I wanted my brand to be perceived, always understanding about how much I want to spend. I think as well, someone who's very proactive. I think naturally when it comes to ads, it's very easy to just let the ads go running for itself. And then if something goes wrong, just blame it on the creative. But one thing that Midday would always do is always do a lot of testing. Like, okay, cool, then let's test this funnel, let's test that funnel, let's test this scripting. And like everything was always tested. So I knew that I was always optimizing for the best result rather than just letting it go and put my money down the drain. Because at the end of the day, you're spending a lot of money on ads, but it's about how is each penny being spent. And one thing that Midday helped a lot was actually tracking how each penny is being spent. And I can actually see the data. This money was spent here. I achieved this result. And now I knew what to double down on and things like that. So yeah.
Were you surprised by the results you got when working with us?
100%, 100%, man. Because as I mentioned, jumping from 5 to 10K per month to 80,000 per month, and that was only within about a couple of months of working with him. It's yeah, it's something that you don't see, especially growing up. You don't kind of even think it's possible. So just seeing, and again with that, we could have scaled a lot more than 80,000 pounds per month. I think with me, it was a bit of myself just yeah, not having the right systems in place from a delivery point of view to actually handle that demand because we was getting so much demand, but yeah, 100%. Because even with the people that we had, not only that joined, in terms of our actual community, I think we grew our community to like 2,000 people through the ads as well. So again, it was being able to get that much reach and that many qualified leads in such a short period of time. I've never seen that anywhere, anywhere. And I know a lot of successful entrepreneurs. So yeah,
Lastly, if someone's on the fence about working with us, what would you tell them?
I would say, the best time to start was yesterday. The next best time to start is today because I think it's very easy to now be saying, oh, but what if it doesn't work? What if I'm putting money to it and it's not working? But my philosophy in life is that the ability that you can test and implement, you can see the results. So now, if I now waited 3 to 4 months later, I might miss the spike. And that's because, again, with business as well, there's different seasons. So even the seasons that you may join where you know that's going to be very good for your offer, especially. So the longer you're delaying it, you might be missed that cycle where there might be a massive trend of people going towards your offer. So I would say two things. Number one, do it and implement it quickly. But number two, be patient at the start because at the start you need to know a lot of tests. You need to actually understand your audience, what offers works, what hooks work. And then once you just get a proof, that's all you need is a one proof of concept. As long as you know, okay, cool, I can at least put £1 into an ad and make £2 back from it. You now know you can just scale it. But I think with people, what they make the mistake is if they don't see results after 7 to 14 days, they're not thinking, oh, it's not working. But no, you need to have time to test it. But then what will happen is from there, it's going to be an ongoing scaling. So yeah, if you're on the fence and you actually want to make serious money, it's the best way. And when it comes to ads and money for value and knowledge basis, again, I have a lot of friends who are in the info space, in the B2B services, and the stuff that Midday knows and tells me and even does for me, none of their ad specialists even know or do for them. So in terms of value and knowledge basis, it's a no-brainer. To be fair, Midday, I've used him for all of my friends' businesses, all of my businesses, even my family's businesses. So again, I wouldn't invest money. And again, the business that I put him forward, I pay out of my own pocket. So I wouldn't put him on 5 to 6 businesses if I didn't see the value, if that makes sense. So even as far as my mum's business. So I wouldn't do that if I didn't realize that the value was there. So no, 100%. I would always vouch for Midday because it's a very, very good service. Always goes above and beyond.
Thank you so much, Denzel. And if anyone here is trying to get interested in property or any of the business that you do, where can they reach you?
100%. Thanks for that, man. So Instagram is the best platform at underscore Denzel Jones, or also my YouTube is Denzel Jones dot. So yeah, happy to reach out to you guys and to have a conversation about whether it's real estate or just entrepreneurship in general.
Thank you very much for your time, Denzel.
Thank you so much.
Take care.